We are back with Attorney General Josh Stein, and now we got a lot of questions from viewers about Pink Solar Panels, the company that went bankrupt. You wrote a letter asking lenders to suspend payments. What's the latest on those lenders suspending payments? And then, of course, what is the long-term solution?
Yeah, it's very frustrating. Pink Energy was a company that was out there selling home solar systems, and they were making representations that they couldn't live up to. And of course, the vast majority of solar companies are legit and do things the right way. But this one left an absolute trail of complaints. We received over 500 complaints from people who were frustrated with the service that they purchased, the solar system. And so we're investigating the owner and the company. Unfortunately, the company has declared bankruptcy, which makes it very challenging for frustrated customers. And if they have questions about what their recourse is, they can call my office, again, at that toll-free number, or they can bankruptcy lawyer to get advice about how to preserve their claim, or that if they have an issue with the equipment itself, they can go straight to the manufacturer. Now, I reached out to the 5 big solar leasers because folks who purchased the system using debt, they borrowed money, they didn't get what they bargained for. And so I asked these companies if they would suspend their loan payments and the accrual of interest just to help out the borrowers. And we've actually heard back from one of the companies, and we're still waiting to hear back from the others.
All right, well, thank you for that response. And let's talk about some successes that your office has had. First, the opioid settlements. More than $1 billion is coming to our state through settlements. So we want to know, how will the money make, of course, a difference?
Yeah, it's something I'm really proud of my team at the Department of Justice. We were absolutely central to the successful negotiation of these settlements against the entire drug industry, from the manufacturer of the pills to the distributors who took them from the manufacturer to the pharmacy to the chain pharmacies. We've now held accountable the companies that created and fueled this terrible crisis. And we already had $750 million coming to North Carolina through settlements we reached last year with the distributors and one of the manufacturers. We've now reached deals with 2 more manufacturers and the 3 large pharmacy chains. That's going to bring to North Carolina a total of $1.4 billion. Now, we chose to have the majority of those funds go to local governments, to counties and cities, because that's where the rubber meets the road. That's where the sheriff or the police department is. That's where the jails are. That's where social services is. That's where the local groups that are providing services to treatment and recovery services to people operate. And we wanted to make sure this money made a difference in communities. So the money has to go to attacking the crisis. Whether it goes to the state or to local government, they have to spend it on prevention, treatment, harm reduction, or recovery services. And as a result of these funds and all the incredible work that's going on across the state to fight this terrible epidemic, there are going to be so many more people alive, happy, and healthy into the future than otherwise would have been. And I'm really proud of the work we've done.
Attorney General, thank you so much for joining us today. And you can, of course, find today's Q&A posted in full, as well as a link to make a complaint to the Attorney General's office in just a few minutes on WFMYnews2.com.